Hola, Roadies. Welcome to the road trip.
Hi.
It is day 63 of the road trip, actually. However, we're going to make this for day 62. We're going to do day 63 a little bit later on today. We didn't make a video last night because we had to wait until this morning to actually talk about what we're going to talk about. So that is why we're making this late. I didn't want to make another video and say, hey, we'll tell you about it tomorrow. I just wanted to wait and make the video today. So, as you guys all know, we've been dealing with something this week that's actually been pretty serious. And, you know, we see it on the TV and we've seen it on movies and stuff, but when it actually hit our family, it made it a whole different situation.
Whole different ballgame.
So, you all know our youngest sister, Cynthia. On Tuesday, our family from Georgia went home, and the gentleman that Cynthia is talking to now, we'll call him her boyfriend just for lack of better names, got a text message from a gentleman stating that he and Cynthia had been in a relationship for almost the last year, that he planned on coming to our state in April because he wanted to propose to her, and so on and so forth. Well, Cynthia's
blood pressure's going up. I can feel it.
Cynthia's boyfriend then texted Cynthia saying, hey, who is this guy texting me? And Cynthia said, I have no idea what you're talking about. Give me his number because he must have the wrong person. So they go back and forth, and she calls this gentleman saying, hey, look, you have the wrong person because, I don't know you from nobody. You don't even live in my same state. I have no idea who you are. And he said, no, I have videos and photos that you've sent me. And Cynthia assumed he was bluffing. So she said, okay, well, you know what? My boyfriend's going to be here in a little bit. Let's Skype. I want you to prove it to me that you have all this information that you claim you have. So a little while longer passed, and they ended up Skyping. When the gentleman come on the Skype, he looked at Cynthia like he is done seeing, like the person he'd been dreaming about for the last year. I guess they had never met. They'd only had an internet relationship, but somebody had taken all of my sister's pictures, and videos from her YouTube account, and created another Facebook account impersonating to be our sister. Well, the fact that they created a Facebook, that was not my problem. I don't like the fact that her pictures are on another website, but the fact that the person who was behind the website, the Facebook, is having internet relationships with grown men, and the whole purpose of them doing it was to get free stuff. I mean, the gentleman definitely said that he had sent numerous amounts of money to this person, and gifts and Valentine's Day stuff, and so on and so forth.
Thinking it was our sister.
Thinking it was our sister. So let me tell you, Roadies. So because I was sitting in here because I recorded the Skype conversation because I was curious if this guy was just bluffing or whatsoever. So he would come on the screen and he'd be like, no, and he would like flash his camera and be like, hey, isn't that, that's you? And had pictures and pictures and pictures.
From when she was a baby.
Pictures from
to a week ago.
Pictures from childhood, pictures from our vacations, pictures from video clips from her YouTube channel. So, we were sickening.
I'm getting sick all over again.
The thought that, my sister's stuff was put out there like that was sickening. So our first thought was, let's call our local police department. So we did. We called our local police department. An officer was dispatched to our home, and
he was worthless.
The officer come to our home and said, that's perfectly legal. There was no crime committed.
My blood pressure just went up again. I can feel it. I know it did.
So we were outraged. I couldn't even believe it. He didn't even want to see any information. No. He didn't. Honestly, it felt like he didn't even care. Honestly. So the officer left, and now we're still Skyping with the gentleman, and he gives us some more information. Well, with the local police department not doing anything, So Lisa and I and our other sister Val had taken upon ourselves, we were going to find out who was behind this. I mean, you're not talking this is somebody, a friend of ours. This was our baby sister, and nobody messes with our baby sister. You know what I mean?
Nobody messes with any of us.
But but
considering she's the baby, we're very protective over everybody. But
right.
she's the baby,
right?
You know
and what made it even worse than that, Roadies, is that they knew the city we lived in. They knew the place of employment for our youngest sister. They knew too much information, and we only knew about the one gentleman who had made contact. This past week. Who knows how many other there are, because the Facebook was created in 2008. Now, it is my understanding, and after
2010?
No, 2008.
Oh, she started with the pictures in 2010.
It is my understanding, though, that she didn't start using our sister's pictures until 2010. Yeah. However, so my next thought is that maybe she had done it before and gotten caught and then started all over. That is our thought. Okay, so we go online, and I can't tell you how many hours we've been on the computer researching stuff and trying to figure out who was behind it, and realizing when we would get connections, what it would link back to and stuff like that. So little by little, we figured it out.
The three of us could be private investigators by this point.
So we figured out who was behind it, how they were behind it, how they would get their information, when they started getting their information, to realize that our sister's profile was not the only fake profile they were using. They had created multiple profiles. Yeah. So, and on top, and so you're thinking, it can't get no worse, right? Oh, listen to this, though. The gentleman gave us the address that he sent the present, the gifts to. That he had just sent a Valentine's Day gift to her for Valentine's Day, so he give us that address. Once I Googled it, it come up as a daycare center. Now that's scary in its own self, because the person who's behind these profiles is definitely mentally unstable, without a doubt.
Sorry, real quick, but there was one picture where my sister's standing next to a child who she knew, you know what I'm saying, but then another child was photoshopped into this picture to make it look like my sister's arm was around the little girl. Mm-hmm. We have no idea who this little girl is. I'm guessing that it's somebody in this daycare center, but we don't even know. Like, honestly, we don't even know. Yeah. But that's to the extreme that this person took, to pass off these stories. There was one picture where our sister we were at
Disney.
We were on vacation.
No, we were in Orlando, and Cindy had a wristband, because we had bought in the past where you eat all day for one price. So it was a wristband. So Cindy was sitting there like this with the wristband, but you can only see the white part of the wristband. Well, when the gentleman showed us the picture, he said, "Yeah, you had just been in a car accident." And Cindy said, "What do you you lost me?" And she said, "Yeah, when the person sent me the photo, they said that you had just been in an accident with your Mercedes, and the wristband was the hospital bracelet." And my sister was like, "No,
I was on vacation with my family. What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So I mean, it's just, and it seemed like it's one thing after another. Now the gentleman finally, he's seen our sister, so I don't want to say he's obsessed, but he is kind of obsessed with my sister. I mean, he sends her Facebook messages and,
homes.
It's just, oh my goodness. So, so now our sister's 17. This guy is 24.
Right.
Yeah. And the reason, because, we debated to come on here and actually talk about it, where we're not just going to say nothing and just keep on going. But this is the reason why we wanted to come on here and talk about this today. Because I think the youth really doesn't know the extent that someone could do on the social networks. Yeah. For the most part, the social networks are great. I love them. I use them every single day. However, I think that they need to be, including myself, because, I mean...
I was just going to say, I'm just as bad. I'll post a picture on my Facebook or post where I'm at, check in to somewhere without even thinking. You know what I'm saying? Without even thinking someone is seeking ill will or could seek ill will upon that situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so I will be the first to say that partly, I'm not going to say My sister is completely to blame because she had no idea someone was taking her information and her pictures and using it for their own personal purpose. But I will say, you know, there's been times where she's accepted friend requests on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and not assumed that it was maybe, you know, a subscriber of hers, or assumed that it was a friend of a friend, because they might have had a mutual friend. I'm going to tell you right now, I went through my Facebook, I locked it down as far as security. I deleted any and everybody that I possibly didn't know. She's going to do the same. I mean, I can't stress to you how much social networks are great. You guys know we love social networking, but they're to be used very carefully, and you have to think outside the box in terms of somebody out there could use that information against you and could put you in a really, really dangerous situation. Because this gentleman, like we said, in April, he was on his way here to meet my sister, and they were going to be engaged in, you know, the whole 9 yards. Grown man, 24. My sister's 17. I don't need to connect any more dots. I mean, we were scared.
Still are.
Still are, but you know what? Now that we know who it is, and the FBI is all involved now, and I'm not as scared because I know that an end is soon going to be reached. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to get this person. But in the heat of that moment, Roadies, we have to tell you that we, as a family, we just kind of sat at the table and we were just like, you felt helpless, you felt defeated, you felt taken advantage of, you felt angry that someone would dare do this to someone that you love or care about. I mean, our baby sister, we don't need to tell you. If it would have happened to Jen, I would have been Jen, but Jen's an adult. You know what I'm saying? Jen could take care of her own stuff. She's 17.
Right. So,
you know?
this is something. So, we'll tell you how she come to do, or the person come to do this, okay? So, you guys might not know, but Cynthia does a fashion channel here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, about, like last October, November-ish, we both did. Actually, the person subscribed to our channel as well. Yeah. And on that same day, they put a comment on Cindy's page saying, "Love your channel, great videos," or something like that. And then that same person used the same picture and friend requested Cynthia on Facebook. Well, just as, you know, she seen the subscriber, assumed it was a fan, so she just clicked, you know, accept. That is how the person was getting all her Facebook information. Because
it started at MySpace.
It started at MySpace a few years ago. And the person...
We don't want our MySpace anymore.
The person... impersonated that she was a fan of a group that my sister used to love back in the day, and that's how she got in on her MySpace. And then when she needed more information and more updated information, she then went to Facebook, or went to YouTube, created the YouTube account, friend requested our sister, and that's how she was getting the information, the recent information of our sister. Mm-hmm. So, but like I said, we have figured it out. We know who's behind it. We are now, I report it with the FBI, because even though our local police didn't think it was a problem, the FBI
saw a huge red flag.
I mean, the fact that she's a minor, and let's just say this, the gentleman had nude pictures that the person had sent him claiming they were our sister.
So his infatuation, like, I don't want to say infatuation. Well, infatuation. His infatuation with the image of my sister and the stories and personality of this person was, you know, set, like, portraying to him. He's in love he thinks he's in love at this point with my sister, which is a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? So we've been trying to, like, when it first happened, I got on camera. I said, you know what? I am very sorry that this happened to you. We will get to the bottom of this, that, and the other. But at this point, like, in the past few days, he's even been saying, like, giving hints that he thinks my sister was involved in it. It's like, she's the victim here.
Right.
It's a whole big cluster duck, for lack of a better term.
But, Roadies, that is why we've been kind of skittish these last few days, because it hit home. It really did. I can't tell you the feeling it was when that guy would flip his phone around and have picture after picture of our sister. Videos. I mean, it's just.
And at this point, we're guilty of it too. Like, before this happened, I had people on my Facebook that I probably accepted a couple years ago. I had pictures, no security on them. You could just look up my name and come to my wall or look up, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no security. But now,
So that is our moral. I mean, and I know we've taken up 15 minutes of your time, but that is our moral to tell you guys.
That explains a lot of the mindset we've been in the last few days.
Right.
You can tell the last few days our videos have not been us. Well, they've been us, but I mean, not like normal, I guess you could say.
Right.
But that's because we've been going through this for the past almost week.
Right. I mean, it seemed like, seriously,
it seemed like forever.
And it has. It does. It seems like this past week has just went so far on. But we want to come on here and tell the story of what happened to Cynthia, because, you know, if it can help somebody else not, you know, going through it, another family going through it, hey, that's great.
Right. And really quick, if you see this video and you have influence, a voice, a media outlet, something, use it. This is a serious, serious issue that hit us personally. And if you use your voice and could shed light on this subject, on the situation, because it could happen to anybody if they're not careful. So all I'm saying that if you see this video, know that this was a very serious situation. And we want you to, because, I mean, we have a voice, but not maybe as big of a voice as you do or influence as you do. Use it. Shed light on the situation. We have got to make this to where it is a crime. I mean, it's a crime in the FBI eyes, but in our local police department, there was no crime. That is a serious problem.
Right. Because, like, this is how we told the police. I mean, like, Lord forbid if we had not found out about this, and the gentleman just come here in April. I mean, like I said, the gentleman knew the city we lived in. The gentleman knew where the name of the place our sister works. Well, in our local area, there's only 2 of those places.
Stores, right.
So
it wouldn't be that difficult.
You know what? And that's something that makes me think, too. Is like, you know, we do these vlogs, and, you know, we show where we live. We show, you know, our neighborhoods. We show where we're going. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't see it till later, but it just really made us think. Whoa. You know, like, what are, you know, we're really...
There's videos of us pulling out of our driveway.
You know,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just... And nothing against you guys roadies that, you know, we don't want you to take it like that. Like, you know, we don't feel comfortable like that. But this, like we said, this girl was subscribed to our channel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she subscribed to our channel to fish more information about our sister. If
you go to this girl, not the fake Cynthia page, but the person that they use to get all the information's page, if you go on her profile, it is on all Facebook. Our videos. Because she subscribed on Facebook. I have a thing called AppRat. So if you're a Facebook friend of mine, and you've subscribed to our videos on Facebook, every time we post a video, it comes up on your Facebook feed. If you go through on her Facebook feed, there's no posts whatsoever other than our videos. Mm-hmm. From, like, you know, days of our videos. Yeah. So that is the reason why I want to come on here today, Roadies, and tell you guys that. Now, so, you know, if you have young children, or, you know, who's on Facebook, maybe talk to them about this, because...
Show them this video.
You know, because this is, it's ridiculous. And it's not like Cynthia, you know,
was like, just careless about it. She did it like we all do.
You know, like, I put pictures on my Facebook, I used to not even think about it. I would just put it, upload it, and call it a day. But now it's like a few days ago, I was about to go to the market, and I was like, you know, and I was about to put, about to go to and I stopped myself, and I was just like, you know, we should not, checking in on Facebook should never.
Twitter, too. Twitter is another one that I never really thought out of the box about Twitter. Twitter to me was like, I follow people, and, you know, just for inspirational purposes or whatever, and, you know, whatever. But, like, if you give somebody your step-by-step, the wrong person can use that against you. And another thing is tagging on Facebook. There's a setting on your Facebook settings where you can approve if you're tagged in a message or in a picture or not. Enable that, because on mine, anybody could tag me in a photo, and I mean, I wouldn't know it until I actually logged on or something. But it's insane.
Because the person, other than creating a Facebook page, they created a Facebook page,
a YouTube
page,
all social networks,
and a Twitter page.
Yeah, and used my sister's pictures. Took the background from my sister's YouTube, put it on the fake Twitter. So that you really thought that this person, what? Was our sister.
So we've now taken 20 minutes of your time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But we just want to come on here and share our story with you guys. Roadies, as for our journey, it's not over.
It's not over.
It's far from over. We did not go to the gym yesterday. However, we are going to go to the gym today.
Yes.
In fact, we're going to make a video later on talking... Man, my hair is really messed up. Talking about the gym and what we're doing and stuff. I don't know if we're actually going to vlog from the car. I'm still kind of
leery.
Even though that might sound crazy. But
we might drive to the next, couple cities over.
We're going to drive 2 hours away just to vlog.
Roadies, we're in Ohio.
But thank you so much. You know, we have not commented back on these last few videos because we've been going through so many things these last few days.
Yes.
However, I do want to thank each and every one of you who commented on our last videos about the gas prices. I get them sent to my phone, and I can't comment back on my phone. But some of you guys' gas prices are ridiculous. I would move quick.
Oh, God.
And another thing is, when we did our video about Totally Off Track, you guys commented and, you know, told us it happens to everybody and just showed your real love and support. And I just want to say thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, when you're down and you're just not feeling it, when I see those kind of comments, it definitely
almost like
brings up my spirits. And it makes
our
me...
mojo back.
Kind of. But, so, and to finalize this topic, even though the FBI is not working quickly upon the situation, I have taken it to my own hands today, and I, not only did I send a copy of the FBI report to the person, the fake Cynthia account, the person behind the fake Cynthia account, the person, that Cynthia was friends with, that they used that profile to get all the information. The person who was behind it, I sent it to both of their mother and father, and anybody else that I thought would be involved. As of about 11:30 this morning, the website was taken down.
The Facebook.
The Facebook was taken down.
And I don't know about the Twitter and the YouTube.
I'm going to look into that after we've shut this video off, but they knew I'm not messing around. Don't.
No one puts baby in a corner.
Basically.
No.
But we are, you know what? This is kind of different than our normal videos. This was a very serious video. Our video later on this afternoon probably will not be so serious.
Can guarantee it.
So, because we need to get out.
I need to just get out of this house and get some fresh air. Like, because we've been stuck in this house on these computers for the last
72 hours plus.
You know, so it's just like, get me out of this house.
But Roadies, that's going to be it for this morning. Yes. Well, it's actually this afternoon. It's like 12:30. Mm-hmm. Sorry this video is so long, but we just want to get their story across to you guys. And Roadies, I would say we'll see you mañana, but actually we'll see you...
We'll see you tonight!
Basically. Oh, you know what? We didn't do a Mexican word yesterday.
Oh.
Because, so we're a day short. Okay, so let's think of a Mexican word.
How about my name is? Me llamo...
Blank?
Blank. My name is, that's how you say it. My name is Me llamo Lisa. Me llamo Jen.
Me llamo your name.
Me llamo Roadies.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Hi, how are you? I feel like I'm like Elmo and Rosie from
like Dora the Explorer. Where's Boots?
Okay, so that's it. Today's word is
Me llamo.
Is that how you say it? Seriously?
Me llamo. Yeah, it's L, but L in Spanish is Y.
Because, they commented back on our pronunciation of,
Was it bad?
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. They were like,
I'm telling you, Roadies. I'm telling you. Blanco.
Basically.
Or Blanca. Blanco? Oh.
Oh, I think.
Oh. Blanco.
Yes. Roadies, have a wonderful afternoon. We'll see you guys later on tonight. Bye! Oh, is that your part? Sorry.
What am I? Chop liver?
Sorry.
Stealing my thunder again.
Sorry.
Bye!
Ba-da-doo-ba-doo-doo-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-doo-bop. Ba-da-da-ba-da-doo-doo. Ba-da-ba-ba-doo-boom. Boop, 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 boop.